I can handle the hard question. See, they say that Angels Club 7 don't care about the people. But Angels Club 7 cares about the people because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth. And I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I hope that your Father's Day, which was yesterday on a Sunday, I am happy if your Father's Day was peaceful and it was void of profanity and other vile behavior. It went pretty well. Not to be perfect, but I hope that you enjoyed the company of your father. Many of us, we do not have a physical father to celebrate with. And sometimes we, the word I'm looking for, sometimes we don't know what we lost until that person is no longer among us. I understand that in life there is conflict and things happen. And it is a wonderful thing before we pass this life, especially among our family, biological family, that before we pass this life and go into the next life or into the nothingness of the reality that we know or whatever we believe, that we could tell our loved ones, our father, how much he was appreciated. And we understand that he was not perfect, as we are not perfect. But it is good to get those things out on the table so that our relationship can be honest. And sometimes I have seen fathers who know that they really wasn't that fatherly. They just sit back in the cut and let the children just vent. And hopefully you will forgive me if I was a bad father and give me an opportunity with the time that I have left, so we all, not just myself, we all can do better. So I hope that your Father's Day, the conclusion was on a beautiful note. Like so many, my father, my biological father, is not here, as both my parents. And sometimes we wish they were, because bad or good, they're all that we had and all that we knew. For those of you who have been listening to this broadcast for a short period of time, because it don't take me long to speak about Father. Yesterday we played a classic video live stream where we spoke about manhood and we spoke about father. You cannot talk about manhood and father separately. They all coincide one another. If you are not a man, if you're not a full functioning man, if you cannot behave and carry yourself like a man, there's no way in the hell you can be father. It is impossible. You have to be a man first. You have to qualify and earn the respect. These people, because some of us have a penis, we think that we should automatically, no, you are a sperm donor. You are a sperm donor. You're some type of breeder. You're some type of mandingo. I'm not going to call you a father, because when we talk about father, that is a title that we put in high regard. When we go to church, when we go to the houses of religion, they talk about father. And when we think of father, we put father on a very high pedestal. And I don't understand why these men get so jealous of Mother's Day. I don't see why they get so jealous of Mother's Day and the honor and the praise that women get, when women themselves, every Sunday, every Wednesday, when they go to the houses of God, they always talk about, my Father, thou art in heaven. Not my mother, my Father art in heaven. And they are waiting and they are expecting great things from the Father. They are expecting this power to come from the Father. And you're jealous of the little tiddlywinks that women had to fight for Mother's Day. You want a dinner. You want flowers. You want flowers and a steak and to be treated pretty like mother. That's not father. That's not very manly. You don't need that. I appreciate that you give me my respect. I appreciate that you give my honor. I don't need no flowers. I don't need no chocolate. I don't need a new hand drill. My reward is being father, and that is sufficient enough. And I can't be father unless I give credit and give protection and honor to my mama. This is the things that in the patriarchal society makes us sick. You want it all. I don't want to give nobody nothing. How you going to be a father and you're selfish? You're greedy. When the father is supposed to be man enough to stand out in front of the mother and the children and take the bullet. But you so weak. You don't have that type of mentality. You're not taking anything. Well, mama should take a bullet too. Here, take one of my children. That's the mindset that I see. I don't see strength. And you wonder why you don't see strength in your male children. And you wonder why they're so easily, what's the word? Demasculated. What's the word? Because you made them that way through your example. They see and they are surrounded by weak fathers, weak men. They don't see strength. There was a time, even when I was growing up, the only thing a man had to do was talk. He didn't put his hands on you yet. He just talked. And the children like, uh-oh. Just had to talk, let alone talk about I don't give you a whipping. He just had to talk and raise up. And now you have spoiled the children. They don't listen to nobody. They don't have no common sense. They have no respect for nothing. And that's all right for the police. When they beat them down in the street. And then you have to go identify the body in the morgue. That's your fault, father. Because you're not head of your household. And if you're going to call yourself father, not only are you head of the household in your personal family, but you're the head of household of your community, and you have failed. And that's what you don't want to hear. And the reality is you have failed in your household also, because that is a reflection of the community. Because this black man is weak. He's been made pathetic, and you're spoiled. And if you can't handle that type of reality, you can go on about your business right now. Because you a punk anyway. You can't even handle words. You get upset over words. Oh, nigga, what you talking about? You huff and you puff and you put your chest out. You can't even handle words. Let alone a bullet. Let alone a billy club. You huff and you puff and go out in the street. You put on these costumes. Tell them what you gonna do. Soon as the Peckerwoods show up, I dropped the ball. I dropped the gun, the AK on the ground, sir. I'm on the ground. I'm unarmed, sir. Y'all punk out. A few years ago, there was a group of brothers, I believe it was in Detroit, trying to be fathers, trying to be men in the community. Get the men together. The men in the community, bunch of punks. So the few brothers that was trying to be men, wanted to be true fathers, out in the street, taking on the racist police, taking on the gangs. From what I was told, one of the brothers was killed, and all the other men in the house shivering and shaking, calling the white popo. Come and get him, sir. Come and get him, sir. But you want the respect like you are some kind of man. No, not here. I don't give unearned credit and praise. I don't do it. It's a brother, what's his name? Rodney Hinton. Brother just ran over a police officer in revenge for the gunning down of his son. I got to stand with the brother. But we as men should be standing. Even if the only thing you're going to do is march, we should be letting that man know, I'm with you. And from now on, all of us going to do it. You kill mine, I'm going to kill yours. I don't give a damn about all that. Well, it wasn't. No, stay the hell out of our neighborhood. But we surrounded by a bunch of punks. Happy Father's Day, my ass. Ain't no fathers. A bunch of mandingos, a bunch of sperm donors. You, when you became a father, you said, I'm going to protect my child. I'm going to protect my woman. I'm going to protect my community. I'm a father. I'm a man. And the only thing you do is sit around. The Arabs is coming in our neighborhood. The Mexicans is coming and taking over our neighborhood. The white man is planning to kill us. What you gonna do about it? You the father, you the man. It's sickening to me. It's not sickening to you. Now listen. That's the reality of it. Only, you don't have to, look, you don't have to be big and bad. And you can say, look, I'm scared. There's nothing wrong with that. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta protect mine. Just like you have the right to protect yours. I'm not gonna keep you long. I just had this on my mind. I want to get this rant off. I just want to knock some of this dirt off my shoulder. How many of you how many of you lie? Raise your hand. All right, see, he even admit he lied. See how silly we are? I can guarantee you somebody think just like that. He's admitting he's a liar. See, I told you. See, he admits he's a liar. I'm a liar. Even if it's the so-called little white lie. I want to use this lie as an example. There's a rapper, I remember listening to his story. There's a rapper, Ice-T. And I love some Ice-T records. Especially that one, what was it? You Played Yourself. You played yourself. And we do that every day. But before Ice-T became a rapper, it was this girl, this female that he liked, and he lied to her and told her that he already had a record deal, and he put on this show in order to get into her good graces and other things. But he lied. He did not have a record contract. He lied. I sort of know about that because when I was a struggling entertainer myself, we went to visit a school, and we had the limousine, and we had the press, some of the press that was there, come to the school. And the children was asking, what record do they sing? They don't know nothing about us. But apparently, we must be somebody because we got this limousine and we got this entourage and we got the press coming with the flashing cameras and the high school principals and everybody is talking good about us. We got to be somebody putting on a show. And we broke. There's a lot of entertainers. Hold on a second. Gotta. Okay. Technical difficulty. There's a lot of entertainers right now to this day struggling and putting themselves out there and broke. And some of them even have hit records and broke. I'm sorry, Invo. Broke. Ain't making no money. But you got the fame, you got the fortune, you got the fans, you got everything, but don't have no ends. I remember when I was struggling to get a job. I was not qualified. And I was hired. I lied. Ice-T lied. We put on shows to be more than what we are. It's false. It's not real. I lied to get a job. It starts with a lie. But this is the thing. Ice-T got the record deal. So yes, he lied, but he ended up getting the record deal. So the young lady that he was pursuing never knew that he didn't have nothing. I was hired to do a job. I did the job and more. But I lied to get it. You show and prove. And in the beginning, you can be broke. But one day you might be able to earn all those millions and thousands of dollars that somebody cheated you out of in your early career. What I am simply saying here is, and the Quran talks about it for those of you who are Muslims, it talks about those who say they believe and you think that you will not be tested. You say you're a rapper, well, prove it. I got it. I got a record deal. I gave you this job. You told me that you could do it. I did. I proved it. You telling me you a superstar? Yeah, I cheated you. Yeah, I did all that. Prove, show us how talented you really are. 35 years later, I'm still in the game. You're not giving me unearned praise and honor. I earned it. I proved myself. I show you what I am. So now we have black leadership. I hear every day on social media these sissy boys telling these black women, oh, you need to bow down and submit to me. I'm the leader. You follow my lead. Because that's what God say. What is it? They never tell you what their leadership is. If you get hired by McDonald's and go into their management program, they're going to tell you what's expected of you to be a leader in their program. If you go anywhere and you are put in leadership position, management position, they tell you what's expected of you. But here you are telling women, I'm the man, I'm the leader, because that's what you got from the Bible. That's what you got from the Quran or general patriarchal society, but they don't tell you what it is, and you don't live up to the criteria. But you want the title of father, you want the title of man, but you don't earn it. You tell a lie that I'm a man. You tell a lie that I'm a father. Where's the proof? Because if you're a man and you... What is black leadership? For most of these guys, it's simply bullying a low self-esteem woman to glorify himself, to make himself feel big and bad. That's what it is. I lead her to church. I lead her to the teachings. I work hard, come home after 8 hours, sit my fat ass on a couch and look at the WNBA with a beer in my hand. That's his leadership. What are you leading? What do you mean by leader? Bullying the wife, bullying the children, kicking the dog in the ass. I'm the one that run this house until the police show up. You talk all big and bad, I'm the leader, and then you punch her in the face. She called the Peckerwood. Where's your leadership at? Why you called the police on me? I didn't do nothing. You should have did what I said. Well, sir, come on. We got to go down to the jailhouse and cool off for the next 2 days, whatever. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I'm the leader of this house. I'm the man. I'm the father. Well, we taking your man, father ass, sir, down to the police station. And ma'am, if you want to press charges, you can. I would, but I'm scared. He might. No, man, you don't have to worry about that. The Peckerwood is here now. You don't have to worry about him hitting you. I can't believe it. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Mr. Tough. What is he leading? What has he led you to, black woman? To the church, to the mosque, to the Pan-African parade. No, Marcus Garvey. No, Marcus Garvey. Or to, I'm a foundation of Black American march. Not even whole bunch of egotistical ass people talking a bunch of crap that don't produce nothing. He leads you to a place where it produces nothing. What kind of leadership is that? He leads you to a place where you can hear great speeches. That's where. Brag about a house that both of you built, but he gonna take all the credit. I'm the man of the house. This is my house. Beat you up, bully the children, bring my slippers, bring my pipe. Like, damn, the wife and the children ain't nothing but slaves. I've seen this in real time. I've seen this in real time. Especially, they talk about the tradition. It was really bad when my grandmama and mother was coming up. Really bad. Women being treated like trash. Not all men. There's always exceptions to the rule. Unfortunately, I wasn't part of the exception to the rule. All I saw was a bunch of men who took advantage of the fact they had a penis and had penis advantage, bullying women and children. I was one of the children that these pieces of trash bullied. But then when the Peckerwoods show up, when the police show up, well, I didn't do nothing. I only hit her like that. I didn't really hit you. I didn't hit you that hard, boy. I didn't hit you that hard. Because he getting his ass whooped on the job. Because the Peckerwood kicking him in his ass, he come home and beat up his children, his dog, and his wife. And then you have some of these sick women who justify it. Oh, well, you know, the white man show, you know, he go through all that stress. Beat the white man up. He the one giving you the damn stress. You gonna come home and beat up your wife, your children, kick your dog in the ass, kick the one that's giving you the stress in the ass. That don't make any sense. And you have women that justify. Just same way when black folks, they justify how these racists treat us and have been treating us for the last 500 years. Well, you know, you should have put your hand on the wheel and you shouldn't have done this and you shouldn't have done that. They justify. What is it that they call it? It's some kind of syndrome. It's a mental illness. When the victim side with the oppressor. If somebody's stressing me out, it's wrong for me to take it out on somebody that don't have nothing to do with it. I'm going to take it out on the person or whatever it is that's stressing me out. That's the problem. So when they talk about follow the black man leadership, what do that mean? Yes. How you doing there, Brother Lunch Break? Shout out to Brother 47, Lunch Break Chronicles, and those listening. This is a spontaneous broadcast. I just want to get this off my chest and get out of here. Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome. That's what it is. You making excuses for your oppressor. Sick. But you're like that because you're not a man. You're not strong. And see, this is the reality is. The reality is we are the, I know you don't want to hear this, we are the descendants of those who would not fight. That's why we don't have any fight in us. We are the descendants of those who benefit from those who fought. And we're comfortable, just like Tariq Nasheed might say, with the butter biscuits and the molasses from Masa Table. Mr. Tariq Nasheed, you are also satisfied. You don't want to lose your little mansion and your high-priced butter biscuits. The people saying this, they know better, but they enjoying their butter biscuits. Who the hell you making mockery of? Dr. King did not live with butter biscuits. Malcolm X did not live with butter biscuits. Medgar Evers didn't give a damn about butter biscuits. They all was broke and they was poor because they was fighting. You cannot stand up against the system, but yet and still you want to be part of the system and live like your enemy. That's why they can only take, their so-called leadership can only take you to a certain point. Because if they take you where you need to go, they're going to lose their butter biscuits. You can't be a revolutionary living in a mansion. You can't be a revolutionary. Fred Hampton didn't live in no mansion. Stokely Carmichael, all our Fannie Lou Hamer, all our people that was fighting didn't live a lavish lifestyle. You in the trenches, you a revolutionary, you fighting. All your assets go to the revolution. But you're not men. You're not revolutionaries. You're not fathers. Mandingos and breeders. So you go to and tell a lie, I'm a father. You go with the liars. You don't want to be around somebody that's going to tell you the truth and be real. And that's why your condition is not going to change. Because the only one that can change this condition is a man. The only one that can change the condition is a father. And the Muslims teach that God is a man. Well, if a man is here, well then, how come your condition have not changed? Because a man don't exist. So if God is a man and the man don't exist, then the condition cannot change. It's simple as that. Now listen, we're going to get out of here. I want to make this point here. Right here in the St. Louis area, we just had a tornado. Destroyed a big part of the black community. And when you listen to some of these black religious, blackity black religious type folks or whatever, God, now prior to the black community getting hit, that's God punishing the white folks. And you laugh and you giggle. The devil is, look what's happening to the devil. The white people, they're drowning. The forest fires, But recently, what did we see in California? Black community in California burn up. Is that your God? Burn up a whole lot of the black community. Black people crying. Been there, they've been there for generations. The fire come through, burn it up. That's your God, right? Maybe your God is colorblind. Maybe he made a mistake. Oops. I hit the black folks by mistake. Oops. I sent the tornado. Supposed to hit the white community. Hit all these black folks. You know. Most of these black people that own these buildings and property in our communities, many of them don't pay their insurance. Ability to rebuild your house. You, Mr. Homeowner, you're supposed to have insurance unless you can afford to rebuild your crap yourself.